and so many teams have a chance to come out and win their division or win the SEC.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting weekend. You got teams who are trying to get in the SEC tournament. You got teams trying to win the league. You got teams trying to win divisions. So, yeah, it's extremely competitive, and certainly everybody in the league has something to play for, and that's why it makes it a great league, very competitive.
You have 3 guys on the Ferris Trophy watch list. What's made that group so special that you were able to get those 3 guys on there and guys like players at Southern Miss and left off that list?
You know what? I think there's a better question than that. That's the question I've been asked 3 times this morning is, who am I going to vote for? So, yeah, I think certainly Southern Miss had a great year, and I'm sure that they have several guys that are very deserving. I think that I think it's incredible, just to take it a step further, that you look at RPI, and I'm not sure where RPI is right now, but at one point in the top 15 schools in the country, 3 of them are from the state of Mississippi, and I think that's not a point you can overstate, because if you just look at the sheer numbers in our state of population, that's remarkable. And I think that speaks a lot to the high school coaches, the summer coaches, and just the level of baseball in the state of Mississippi. And all of our rosters, including Delta State, who's having a great year, have a decent amount, pretty solid amount of kids from the state of Mississippi. So I think that's really speaks for itself. In terms of the Ferris Trophy, I think it's just a great honor to be nominated. Obviously, Coach Ferris has meant more to baseball in the state of Mississippi maybe than anybody in the history of the state. He's just done so much, and he's just such a great ambassador for the game. And I think it's really special that it's in Cleveland, which is, where Coach Ferris is. So, I think it speaks a lot that we have 3 nominees. I think the other ones, Woodman's had a great year, and the young man from Delta State has had a great year as well. So, that's for Monday, and we have a huge weekend in front of that. But I think it'll be a great event. It always is.
One of those is Reed, and he's been a great dual guy for you, pitching, hitting, and he's really getting hot at the plate, seems like.
Yeah, Reed has done so much for us. He's defended well for us. He's thrown out runners. He's pitched well at the end of ball games for us. He's gotten some clutch hits. I mean, I don't think you can say enough about what he's done for our ball club. And I think, the nomination process, you look at for, who's the most valuable player, or who's having the best year. I mean, in terms of trying to win a baseball game, maybe Reed Humphreys he could be the most valuable guy all the way around, because you're right, he can help you win a ball game in a lot of different ways.
Another guy, Jake Mangum, and things. Of course, he kind of has reminded some of Adam Frazier before, the way he's always on base and things. How do you compare those? Looking at their 2 games, it's what they do at the top of the order. Is there a comparison that you see there?
Adam's a little bit different. He's a little bit more patient. But Jacob's just a freshman. They're guys who don't hit a lot of fly balls, and every time they walk to the plate, they give themselves a chance to get a hit. Jake's a great candidate for the Ferris Award as well. I mean, he's a freshman, has a chance to win an SEC batting title. And I don't mean to curse him or to give him bad luck. But he's in that hunt right now, and I think he's a very deserving candidate for that award as well. And I didn't speak about Dakota. He's just he's a possible top 10 pick overall, maybe. You don't know what's going to happen over the next 3 or 4 weeks, but he's certainly a guy that we really counted on. The comparison between Frazier and Mangum, very similar types of players. And in fact, I think that's one of Jacob's idols. He really likes Adam Frazier, and Adam Frazier's knocking on the door right now. I mean, maybe he'll get a call up to the big leagues here pretty soon.
What do you make of Jack Kruger's resurgence here in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Jack is just one of those steady guys. He's a really intelligent guy. He just works on his craft every single day. I think his arm getting healthier has really helped him offensively as well. And I know that sounds crazy, but when your arm's bothering you, it owns you, and it owns everything that you do, even hitting or running or all those things. And I think the fact that he's feeling healthier with his arm makes a huge difference in the way he's swinging the bat. And I think his arm gets healthier every day.
You've talked several times this year about goals still ahead of this team. Do you kind of reiterate them that going into the last weekend?
Yeah, but I've said this many times also. You don't want to insult your players because they live in the internet age and they know what's at stake, and they get tweeted at and they read their Twitter and social media. As much as we tell them we don't want them to do that, they're doing it. they know what's at stake. You know, they all want to win a championship. I mean, and the one thing we talk about is controlling what we can do, not watching scoreboards, and just trying to compete pitch by pitch. If we do that, we've been pretty successful doing that. If we run away from that, you know, then a lot of our goals are going to slip through our fingers. So, yeah, I think they really get it. Our kids do.
You went through some